What is up, my little pack? I'm Amaterasu Wolf 1, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV! So many cutscenes, oh my god! I am most eager to address the Ascian threat. However, we dare not neglect our other pressing concerns. We both know full well that Saint Shiva will not be the last primal we face, and our relationship with Ishgard is still tenuous at best. To think that the resolution of the primal threat was once the sole priority of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Some days I wonder if it was wise for us to take on so many other responsibilities. Lest you forget, Anti-Sendit, the Scions need not shoulder the burden alone. Were not the Crystal Braves established for this very reason? True, we are presented with a multitude of problems. However, we have all the resources we need to address them in turn. Alieth, in particular, is ever a steadying hand, who I trust will continue to support the Braves. Yep. To what do we owe the pleasure? Have there been further developments regarding the situation in Ul'dah? As expected, the Immortal Flames have been struggling to cope with the revelation that one of their highest-ranking officers was a Guardian agent. Suffice it to say, Teleji Adeleji and his monetarist ilk have wasted no time in attempting to turn the situation to their advantage. Coupled with ongoing unrest, the Flames are finding themselves hard-pressed. Plainly, General Raubon needs our help, and now direct the Crystal Braves to offer what support they can. If I am to stay abreast in the latest developments and issue effective orders, however, I cannot afford to waste time traveling back and forth. And so, for the foreseeable future, I think it would be best if I were to remain in Ul'dah, unless you have an objection. None whatsoever. We have matters here well in hand. Moonbreeder's research is proceeding as planned. So she tells me, though I am not familiar with the details. Iriange is poring over his tomes at the Waking Sands, and the others are contributing in their own ways. Alas, the key problem, how to form an ethereal blade at will, remains unsolved. Nevertheless, it is only a matter of time. Alieth, while we focus on that task, mayhap you could assist Alphinaud and his Braves with theirs. It would do much to restore the faith in the Immortal Flames if the Warrior of Light was seen working on their behalf. Never forget that your esteemed status allows you to act in ways that those more tightly bound to organizations and nations cannot. As ever, I implore you to do so. Okie dokie. Not that your response was ever in doubt, but I humbly thank you once more for aiding our cause. Oh, yeah. Now then, there are preparations that must attend to before my departure, such as receiving Riel's latest report. He has proven to be quite skilled at gathering information others wish kept secret, hence why I placed him under my direct command and ordered him to investigate the Ul'dah riots. When you are finished here, join me outside. Depending on what he has to say, I may soon have a favor to ask. If there are any developments on our front, I shall inform you at once in the usual fashion. Okie dokie. And off we go. Pleasure as always, Alieth. You'll be escorting the commander to Ul'dah, I take it. Actually, I had another task in mind for her. If you'd be so kind as to repeat your report for her benefit. Right then. Me and mine have been making inquiries into the source of weapons that found their way into refugee hands a ways back. So it happens we caught wind of something promising. A rather large... Okay, bye, cat. A rather large purchase of sharp and pointy things by a black marketeer holed up near Highbridge. I doubt that this man would have secured such a quantity of weapons if he did not already have clients waiting, Clients that, for whatever reason, would prefer for this transaction to remain a secret. Brings to mind that merchant what caught Nero while talking to Arlia, don't it? Generous fellow he was, doling out swords and spears to the downtrodden and disgruntled. Which isn't to say that these clients have the self-same mischief in mind, but if you want to be sure, might be prudent to intervene before they collect their goods, savvy? Seizing the weapons before they fall into the wrong hands should be for the best. However, if we strike at the appointed hour, we might capture the black marketeer as well as his clients. What say you, Arlia? Let's do this. The date is settled. Rendezvous with Captain Hilbert at Highbridge and intervene when the exchange takes place. Now then, if you would excuse me, I must leave for Ul'dah. I expect good tidings. Okay, so teleport to Camp Drybone. Get comfy under a blanket. Because spring here is stupid and it's cold outside and there's snow on the ground. Despite the fact that it was melting it was all melting just a few days prior, and it's not a happy time here. Not at all. Here we go. La ba, la 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 la, la 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 la, do 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 do, do 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 do. Ilbert! Ah, Arlia, my scouts have been keeping a close eye on the black marketeer, and it would seem that his guests have arrived. It would also seem that he has hired more than a few men to stand guard. Common thugs of no consequence, but they nevertheless pose a threat. Even so, I feel compelled to apologize. This is far beneath a woman of your standing, and Commander Levier needn't have dispatched you hither. But powerful men ever have need of loyal, able-bodied friends. Having found one in you, 'tis only natural that he would come to rely upon you without hesitation. Now then, we should make for the burning wall without delay and secure those weapons. The first unit will ensure the clients do not escape. With me, Arlia. And off he goes! And off you go! And now off I go! Away! Fire pony! I spy the one man, but there are sure to be others nearby. I have a plan. While you approach the sentry and create distraction, my men and I will slip past and catch the black marketeer unawares. Once you've disposed of the thugs, wait for us outside the tunnel entrance. Any questions? Then let us be off. Good luck, my friend. Where's the one man? Oh, down there. Can I just... Oh! Nice! Oh, I love it when that happens. Excuse me. Excuse me a moment. I must do things. Hello. Who goes there? An adventurer? Down, fool. You should never have come here. He's talking. to your face. Done. Ow. Yeah. 1, 2, and there's 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's alright. Come on. God, how many of you are there? Oh, you're the head, so you should be the last. Goody! I feel like this should have been harder, but I'm 4 levels above this quest, so it's not. It's kind of easy, to be honest. Okay, map. Okay, I'm going the right way. Good. Hello, golden pieces. I want to pet you. It's so fuzzy. Look at you. So fluffy. I don't understand. What's this all about? Ah! As you can see, this is a fine mess. When I tried to restrain him, he drew a hidden blade and lashed out. But before I could disarm him, one of my subordinates panicked, and this is the result. How foolish of me to underestimate the bastard and bring an inexperienced recruit. Commander Levier will be most disappointed. Damn it all, a golden opportunity wasted. As for the clients, though we know not how, they slipped past our perimeter. At present, the first is currently tracking down a party of dusk white sellswords we suspect may be them. Would that we could have enlisted the aid of the immortal flames or the brass blades. Alas, we're here to aid them. They're in no position to aid us. Well, at the very least, we have secured the weapons. Yet even that accomplishment is lacking, for the information we received indicated a massive shipment, and this is anything but. I will join the first in their hunt for the Duskwhite sellswords. If the gods are good, we will catch them before they escape into the Black Shroud. In the meantime, I ask for you to deliver these weapons to Old Da in my stead. Entrust them to the third Yu Hase. He will take care of the rest. Oh, wait, no. Take the wooden crate before teleporting to Old Da. Now teleport to Old Da. Where am I going? Sips of Fall. I can just teleport to the Sapphire Exchange Avenue. Okay. The net Sapphire Exchange Avenue. And then just run the rest of run, please. Thank you. Just run the rest of the way there. And everything will be good as gold. Here, go past the stairs, run down these stairs, go over here, and voila! Red! Did you hear, my friend? I've received my first official assignment as a full-fledged member of the Crystal Graves. Oh, Red! Ah, the Warrior of Light, ever reliable friend to the Crystal Braves. You have my deepest thanks for your assistance in Kirthis. Now, what brings you to us this day? This does. I A gifted weapon from a certain black marketeer, courtesy of Captain Ilbert, you say? Understood. Once we've cataloged the contents, I'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. This cannot be everything, can it? Riel stated with confidence that there'd be a far greater quantity of weapons. A blatant falsehood. Clearly, Riel is unfamiliar with the ways of Old Dawn merchants who ever strive to present themselves as greater than they are. We should be thankful that his information was not completely horrendous, and that we managed to achieve anything of worth at all. It's still something worth celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, we've got more important things to worry about, like fighting those Garleans up north. There'll be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Our orders are to stand watch, not seek glory in battle. If you have no further need of us, I shall take my unit to the cerulean processing plant. Time for the fourth turn in the keep, eh? Fight well, Eliane, for the freedom of all. Excellent work as always, my friend. Rest assured that the Immortal Flames will hear about your contribution. Until we meet again. And off you go. Arlieth, a word if it pleases ye. If it please ye. Not here. Look for me at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. No need for whistling this time. Don't ye worry. I hate the Titan questline so much. I hate it. I hate that questline with a burning passion. It's so dumb. It is so dumb. No? Okay, here we go. Sapphire Avenue. Sapphire Avenue Exchange, whatever you want to call it. Thanks for indulging my request. A few places better than a market for privacy, I find. All the hustle and bustle of commerce means most conversations go unnoticed. I'll get to the point. At the Berlin Wall, when he and the captain interrupted the exchange, what happened? Tell me everything, and leave no detail out. That's not quite how the first told it. These Duskwights they are chasing. Latest word is that we lost the trail. But you never saw him yourself? Not before the fighting started, not after. Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in me bones. I'm not daft enough to be misled by some merchant's drunken boasts. Our information is reliable, goddammit. I know he purchased those weapons. As if I've never deciphered a moneylender's books or had to follow a transaction back to its source. Did plenty of that back when the Braves were getting started, believe me. The commander wanted assurances that we weren't taking gil from the wrong sort of benefactors. Of course, these days the money flows like water, and the first and third get the shiniest new toys. Forgive me, friend. I have a lot on me mind these days, and I appreciate you can lend it an ear. Right then, let's get back to it. Arlieth, can you hear me? This is Tataru. Your presence is urgently requested at the Rising Stones. Please come and see me as soon as you're able. Okay. How about you let me, do this? Sell you, don't need you, sell you, and sort. There we go. Now I'll go to the Rising Stones. Away! Yes. Thank ya. Tataru! What do you need? Thank you for coming so quickly, Arlia. We've a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. A most, determined lady by all indications. Oh, Lucia! Oh, yes. I guess it's with the antecedent in the solar at present. Let us not keep them waiting any longer, shall we? Lucia! Hey! My cat's probably thinking I'm going crazy with all my squeaking. Ah, there she is.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you.
Hello, Lucia.
I believe the two of you have met.
Yes, we have.
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer. The
What's
Lord
up?
Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
What's going on, Lucia?
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Oh, thanks, Mumbrita.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm. Last night, the Dragonstar burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers. Not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
Oh no.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragonstar is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard Soma himself who cried out on this occasion.
Why are they believe
After
that?
an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald, only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Garlean fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Yep.
Ariange has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragonstar portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life. Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgard-Zorma had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgard-Zorma. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights.
So you want me to do it, don't you?
Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept?
If I have to.
We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
Oh. Lovely. Forgive me if I say all which you already know, but I would ensure that you understand the nature of your destination. As Oriange said, what we now call the Keeper of the Lake is the wreckage from the Agrius, former flagship of the Imperial fleet, and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago, as the next step in his campaign to subjugate Eorzea, Gaius von Belsar attempted to seize control of Mordona. So massive was his force that all thought his victory a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to Eorzea's aid that day. Midgard Solmer, a legendary guardian of Silvertear Falls, burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake and led a host of dragons against the Garlean airships overhead. In what would later become known as the Battle of Silvertear Skies, the Great Worm fell countless airships before engaging the Argreus. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's beryllium engines failed, and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet this victory came at a great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. That same explosion transformed Silvertear Falls into the desolate wasteland it is today, draining the lake of its waters and crystallizing ether for miles around. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and at its center is a constant reminder of that fateful day long ago. In accordance with Sir Emeric's wishes, our Dome and allies have been standing watch over the keeper of the lake. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. On it! Be careful, my friend. We know not what dangers await you within. Now, let us not neglect our own tasks. There is much to be done, and precious little time to do it. Off I go! Beep. Flying Melter, let go. I am going the wrong way. Oh, spooky. It's spooky. That's an interesting sound. Must have been a crazy big lake once upon a time. You're in luck, miss. I was about to send word to Revenant's Toll about the Garleans. Of late, I've seen small airships, likely from Castrum Sentry, come and go from the keeper of the lake. Though I cannot say for certain at this distance, I believe they may be salvaging something from within the wreckage. The Castrum supply lines have been cut for some time, and I'd wager they're desperately in need of spare parts and other equipment. So it's true then. The Ishgardians honestly fear that the worm might rise again? Well, from here that seems rather unlikely. But if it's reassurances they want, you've no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. Easier said than done, given the creatures which inhabit the wreckage, and the aforementioned Garleans won't take kindly to your presence. They should fire upon an airship, so I advise a more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Agrius, then climb to the top. That's the only visible approach, I'd say. Viable, rather. Well, seems like I'll be having some fun real soon.